girl talk only, so if you're a man, you're not going to be interested in this. If you're a guy, you might want to exit out of this video. So firstly, I think I just want to touch base a little bit on like for women, there's just so much pressure to get pregnant within a certain amount of time after you get married, and I really just want to touch base on that because I feel like me and my husband, we were truly on the same page and we understood each other, and we've been married for about 5.5 years, and actually a little less than about 5 years, and we traveled a lot. We got established, set up financially, have worked on our careers a bit, which is very important before you want to bring children into this world, because you want to be able to provide for them, right? But then of course there are family pressures, like your mother-in-law, your parents asking you, other people asking you, oh, you've been married 2 years and you don't have a kid? No, I do. And that was the case with me. So many people were asking, but it wasn't really like my immediate family, it was other people asking. So I found that a bit frustrating, but you just simply smile and just say, no, not yet. We're just, focusing on other things, and you just move on with your life, right? So I'm just going to kind of talk about, my journey, because it's my first time being pregnant, and I just kind of wanted to document this and look back on it, and maybe my kids will watch this someday and see how I was doing during my pregnancy. So I'm going to actually talk about the first trimester right now, and I'm going to try to make it pretty brief. When my husband and I decided that we wanted to have a child, it kind of happened right away. Like, we tried and it kind of just happened immediately, and which is great. I'm really thankful for that, because you hear about people, friends that unfortunately are having a hard time conceiving. So I'm really thankful for that. Thank you to God for allowing us to even have a child. So it kind of happened right away, and this is in January. So basically my pregnancy, as per the midwives and how they do it is, so when you find out you're pregnant, we started trying in January, and I found out about about February 2nd is when I found out, because I was late on my period, and my period has been extremely regular. Like, I've never missed one. It's always been on time for like the last 5 years. So I knew that with it being late, there was, a possibility that I was pregnant. So I took the home pregnancy test, and I was pregnant. Yay! And at this time I was still lifting. I was training at my gym with my coach, and we were actually at the end of our strength cycle. So I got PRs on all my lifts. I was able to do close to 10 pull-ups, bodyweight pull-ups, push-ups, timed planks. So I was really happy with that. I felt like, I'm really the strongest that I've ever been in my life, and I feel like it's a great time to have a child. So we were just at the end of our strength cycle in January, and I just PR'd on all my lifts like a week before I found out. The reason it was okay for me to continue on is because my body was used to that, right? So I've been lifting for quite a number of years. So we found out like the second day of February, and I kind of kept it a secret. I didn't really want to tell a lot of people. I really didn't tell a lot of people until I announced it on social media, which was 20 weeks into my pregnancy. So I was halfway done, and that's when I decided to announce it. And that's kind of when I told the rest of my family. I told my immediate family, but I'm embracing the changes in my body. I've gained weight, face is looking a bit, heavier, but that's okay, because I am growing a human, which is amazing. It's just a miracle. Like, I am really, really excited, and I'm really, really fortunate to be on this journey. A few of my experiences in the first trimester. So if you're thinking about getting pregnant, or you're wondering what it's going to be like to be pregnant, so every pregnancy is different, but in general, in the first trimester, so the first month, all of January, I was fine. I was pregnant, but I didn't know. So the second month, which was February, I just all of a sudden I had like no energy. And I started just getting really sensitive to smell, like every single smell, like whether it was a nice smell or not a pleasant smell, I just hated. Like I hated all smells, and I always needed to open the window. I couldn't stand perfume on anyone. And this actually happens as well. I don't mean to be mean to my husband, but women tend to just start being repulsed by the smell of their husband, and this just happens. And I'm fine now that I'm in like the second trimester. That whole thing kind of went away, but I just couldn't stand the way he smelled, even though he didn't stink. Like the body wash he would use, even though it was natural, like I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't stand the smell. And the reason that happens is because he's trying to bring more awareness to what you're putting in your body and trying to alert you if there's any sort of harmful chemical around that you might ingest. That's kind of what the idea is. The body is amazing. I mean, the woman's body is absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I was repulsed by all those smells. I had very, very low on energy. Like I probably worked out twice a week in my first trimester. Actually, the first month of January, I worked out quite a bit. February and March, I probably worked out 2 times a week, and because I had no energy. And that's fine, you know, just allow your body to rest and just surrender to the process. That's the best thing that you can do. And the second thing, which I think is actually important, so when you're trying to conceive, you should be taking prenatal vitamins, and you should probably start about 2 months before you plan on trying to conceive for a child. So prenatal vitamins are very important. I personally used this brand called Thorn. I don't think you can see the E, but it's Thorn. I don't know if you can even see it. Thorn with an E. And they're vegetarian capsules, and it's really good stuff in here. And I trust this brand because it was recommended by an amazing doctor that I follow. She's like a brain scientist, and she really studies like the effect on the gut microbiome on your health and well-being, and she's really into the brain and the whole anti-aging process. So she recommended these because that's what she took when she was pregnant. So I really trust her word, and this is what I'm taking, or I started taking that. Another thing that I started taking was, actually I've been taking this for a while, but omega-3 is very important, especially for vegetarians. We don't get enough because we don't tend to eat fish or eggs. This one is NutraVeg omega-3, and it's plant-based, which is really good. It is non-GMO, which is important. And so I've been taking this for a while, but this is also very important, especially during pregnancy and before pregnancy, right? Because you need to, it's very important for the brain and the development of the baby's brain as well. So this is 1 teaspoon a day. And the prenatal vitamins, it says on here about 3 a day, but I've been taking 2 a day because I know I supplement with a lot of good stuff, and I'm getting all my nutrients all together from all my other food. Vitamin D3, another thing that I take. In general, like we just don't absorb the amount of vitamin D from the sun that we're supposed to be getting. So it's important to supplement, and I take 9,000 IU a day. So these are pretty inexpensive. Like you could get these for like $15, and they last you like probably a month or 2. So what happened to me is when I, relating to these supplements, this might not happen to everyone, but what happened to me was in February when I found out I was pregnant and I all of a sudden had this energy crash. Every time I took my omega-3, my vitamins, every time I took one, I just felt sick to my stomach. Oh my gosh. I just felt so extremely sick. I never threw up, but it just made me feel horrible. So I asked the midwife, and she said during the first trimester, it's actually okay to stop taking the vitamins, the supplements, because they're actually the ones that are actually making you feel sick. So as soon as I stopped taking those, just in the first trimester, as soon as I stopped taking them, I felt so much better. And however, she did tell me to, so if you're not going to take your vitamins because they're making you feel sick, it's very, very important to supplement at least folic acid. So this is what you need to grow the baby, and it's very, very important, especially in the first trimester. So, and this did not make me feel sick. So taking this alone, folate, very, very important. I still took this every single day. So now that I'm in my second trimester, I am taking everything, but this video is strictly about the first trimester, and I promise the low energy definitely goes away. You get all your energy back in about I probably got it in about week 13. Probably like the last week or second last week of March, I started feeling like myself again, which was amazing. And then I started picking up my workouts again, started having all my multivitamins and omega-3 oils again. And you just get this burst of energy and you feel like yourself again. So that's awesome. And it does get easier, but you just hang in there. I mean, your body is just working so hard to create, you know, the human that you're going to be building for the rest of your pregnancy. So the first trimester, it is a bit tough. Thankfully, I had no sickness. I didn't throw up. I didn't really have any cravings. Actually, no, I did have some cravings. I craved a lot of like fruit type of drinks, and I usually don't have any juices or anything. I would just have a smoothie. So I tried to find organic juices, and I was really craving that. Other than that, I really didn't have any other cravings. The only thing is, because I had no energy, I didn't cook at home all the time, so I'd always just get my mom to make me some food, or I tried to eat out and find healthier options. So that's the only thing. Like when you're in your first trimester, you have really low energy, and then you find that you can't even cook because you're just literally on the couch taking a 4 or 5 hour nap in the middle of the day. That was my case. But anyway, so I just wanted to share my first trimester pregnancy experience. Maybe this helped some of you, but I just wanted to document it so I remember as well in the future, and maybe my kids can watch it. And right now I'm actually 27 weeks. So the first trimester, I was basically just talking about the first like 12 to 13 weeks. So the next video I will make will be talking about the second trimester, and then I'll maybe talk about the third trimester. And I do upload a lot of my training videos on Instagram. That's at KaurStrength. So you can follow me there, and I'm sharing a lot of things that I'm doing in my pregnancy. I am a pretty private person. Like, I don't like to share every little detail about what I'm doing or my pregnancy. So I try to share as much as I can that makes me comfortable. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Subscribe or give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.